I am Dr. W.P. Gurnale from Kamla Nirma Mahavidyalaya, Nagpur. Today we are discussing the conformations of cycloalkanes. Already we have discussed what is the conformations or conformation isomers of ethane and N-butane. And today we are going to discuss the conformations of the cycloalkanes. And in case of cycloalkane, as we know, cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclopentane and cyclohexane. In case of cyclopropane and cyclobutane, these are the planar molecules. And now these two molecules have bond angle 60 degree and 90 degree. And these bond angles are quite different as compared to tetrahedral angle. As we know, tetrahedral angle is a 109.28 minutes. But in case of cyclopropane, bond angle is of the 60. So much deviations are there in a angles. So we can say that there is a much angle strain, and therefore they show much deviation. And so whenever there is a deviation, there is an angle, more angle strain, and therefore such molecules are highly reactive. And as compared to cyclobutane, cyclobutane have 90 degree and tetrahedral angle is 109.5 degree. So in this case also it is also having more deviation, and therefore they also have a more angle strain in the molecule of cycloalkanes, and therefore these two molecules are highly strained, they are highly reactive, but they are less stable. But in case of cyclopentane, bond angle is 108, so it is very close to the tetrahedral angle, and therefore this is having very less strain, and therefore it is less reactive as compared to, so more stable as compared to cyclopropane and cyclobutane. However, in case of the cyclohexane, Sache and Moore have suggested two structure for the cyclohexane. And in case of cyclohexane, chair form and the boat forms, these two forms of the conformation isomers are suggested by the scientist, and detail about their relative stability we are discussing about the cyclohexane in today's part. So the topic is again now the stereochemistry of organic compounds, and this is the part number 16. And as we know, in this part we are discussing the what are the conformational isomers of cycloalkane, that is cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclopentane, cyclohexane, and their relative stability of chair and boat conformations, and what is the axial and equatorial bond in case of cycloalkane. And also we are going to discuss the difference between conformations and configuration. So as we know, conformational of in case of cycloalkane, similar to ethane alkane, this cycloalkane also shows conformational isomerism. And cyclopropane, cyclobutane are planar molecule, and their bond angles are of 60 degree and 90 degree, but the normal tetrahedral angle is in case of saturated compounds is 109 degree 28 minutes. Therefore we can say that bond angle in cyclopropane and cyclobutane are quite different from the normal tetrahedral angle. This deviation from normal tetrahedral angle introduce the angle strain in the molecule of the cycloalkane. Therefore, greater the deviation, more strain is the molecule, and hence it is a more reactive. And therefore, here example we can give cyclopropane with bond angle of 60 degree is very strained, and hence it is a very reactive compound. Now in case of cyclobutane with a bond angle of 90 degree is less strained, and hence it is more stable but reactive than cyclopropane. In cyclopentane, the bond angle is 108 degree, that is regular of pentagon, which is very close to the tetrahedral angle of 109 degree 28 minutes, and because of this it has very little strain, and hence it is quite stable but much less reactive as compared to cyclopropane and cyclobutane. Now cyclopentane has shown non-planar conformation, and for all practical purposes it is considered to be a planar. And on the other side, cyclohexane structure for this is suggested by scientists Sache and Moore, and this cyclohexane has two non-planar conformations, and which are known as the chair and boat conformations. So the cyclobutane with a bond angle of 90 degree is less strained, and hence it is more stable but reactive than cyclopropane. And here the cyclopropane, cyclobutane and cyclopentane are shown here, and this is of the 60 degree, this is of 90 degree, and this is of 108 degree. So these are the planar structure of cyclopropane, cyclobutane, and also the structure is shown of cyclopentane. And cyclohexane, in case of cyclohexane, as we know, Sache and Moore have suggested that cyclohexane has two non-planar or puckered conformations, which is known as chair or the boat conformations. So these are the structures shown here. This is the chair form, look like chair, therefore it is known as chair form, and this is the boat shape conformations of the cyclohexane. So these are the two conformations of cyclohexane have been suggested by the scientists Sache and Moore. So chair form and the boat forms, two forms are there for the cyclohexane. And now we have to see whether the chair form or boat form is stable, which one is stable. So relative stability of this chair and boat conformation we are going to discuss here. As we know, both chair and boat forms are free from angle strain, and chair form is more stable as compared to the boat form. So chair form is more stable as compared to the boat form because of the two regions are there. So chair form is more stable and as compared to the boat form, and why the chair form is more stable, two regions are there. So region number one, why the chair form is more stable. So number one, in case of chair form, all the carbon-carbon and carbon-hydrogen bonds that is adjacent to hydrogen atom on the C1C2 or C2C3 carbon, C3C4 carbon or C4C5, C5C6 and C6C1, all these carbons are staggered with respect to one another. This can be seen by weaving the molecule along any carbon-carbon bond, and shown here, the diagrams have been shown here, and therefore in this case it can be seen by weaving the molecule along any carbon-carbon bond, that is C1C6, C3C4 as shown in this figure, and as a result of the staggered nature of the bonds, the chair conformation of cyclohexane is not only free of angle strain and torsional strain but free from steric strain also. And therefore, on the other hand, in case of boat form is shown here, this is the chair form, and in case of the boat form, in this case, conformation through the carbon-carbon and carbon-hydrogen bonds on the C1C2 carbon, C2C3 carbon, C4C5 carbon and C5C6 carbon are in staggered orientation, and therefore C1C6, C3C4 are in unfavorable eclipse interactions, and as a result of these eclipse interactions, the boat form of the cyclohexane, in contrast to the chair form, has considerable torsional strain as well as steric strain, and therefore like chair form, it has no angle strain, and the boat form of the cyclohexane should be less stable than the chair form. So this is one reason. Another second reason is there. The boat form of the cyclohexane is further destabilized by the steric strain between the non-bonded flag pole hydrogen atoms. These flag pole hydrogen atoms are separated from each other by distance about 1.83 angstroms per minute and a distance less than sum of their van der Waals radii. It is the 2.29 angstroms per minute. As a result of this, electron cloud of these bonds repel each other and thereby further raising the energy content of the boat form. And this interaction of flag pole is shown here. So this is the flag pole interaction. The hydrogens are shown. These are the 183 picometer distance, and because of this flag pole interactions in the boat conformation of cyclohexane, the energy of this increases in case of the boat form, and because of these two reasons, chair form is having minimum energy as compared to boat form, and therefore the chair form is more stable as compared to boat form. And now in this case there are two terms, important terms are there, which are known as axial and equatorial bond in cyclohexane. There are two types of bond, axial and equatorial in cyclohexane. As we know, in case of cyclohexane there are 12 hydrogen atoms, and which can be divided into two sets of each containing 6, and those hydrogen atoms which lie above and below the plane of the molecule are parallel to axis of the cyclohexane ring are known as axial hydrogen atoms, and the bond holding these hydrogen atoms are called axial bonds. These are denoted by the letter A. So axial bonds are denoted by letter A. On the other side, 6 hydrogen atoms which extend radially outward at an angle of 109 degree on 28 minutes to the axis are essentially situated along the equator of the cyclohexane ring, are also known as equatorial hydrogen atoms, and the bond holding these are known as equatorial bonds, and it is denoted by the letter E. So there are two types of bonds, axial bond and the equatorial bond, A and E, and these two types of axial and equatorial bonds in cyclohexane are shown here in the figure. So here this is the axis, these are the 6 hydrogen and these are the 6 hydrogens, and in this case this is A for axial, E for equatorial. So remember, A is axial, E is equatorial. So these are the 6 and these are the 6 of the carbon hydrogens present here in cyclohexane. So each carbon have 2 hydrogens, one is axial, other is equatorial, and in this case, so each of the 6 carbon atom in cyclohexane has one axial and one equatorial bond. So this is an important part in case of cyclohexane, and as we know, after that, so these are the conformation isomers in case of cyclohexane. And now there is a difference between configuration and conformation. So this is given, as we know, structure containing different arrangement of atom of the molecule in the space, which can arise by the rotation about a single bond, which is known as the conformers. So this different arrangement of atom of the molecule in the space, which is obtained by the rotation, is known as the conformers or conformations. The term this later conformation should not be confused with the configuration, because configuration related to those spatial arrangement of atoms of the molecule that can be changed only by the breaking and making of the bonds, whereas spatial arrangement in the conformations are changed simply by rotation. So in case of conformation, we get the different arrangement by the rotation, and in case of the configuration, we obtain it, spatial arrangement is obtained by the atoms of the molecule by breaking and making of the bonds. So this is the difference between configuration and conformation. So, also we know that we can also say that various stereoisomers that differ in configuration can be interconverted only by breaking and making of the bonds, whereas the conformational arrangement may be interconverted by rotation of one part of the molecule as compared to the other part of the molecule about the single carbon-carbon single bond joining these two parts. So this is the difference between configuration and conformation. So conformation isomers are obtained by rotations and we get different arrangement. In case of configuration, we obtain spatial arrangement of the atoms in the space by the breaking and making of bonds of the carbon-carbon bonds. So here today we have seen these types of what is the conformations of the cyclohexane, and in case of cycloalkane, what are the axial and equatorial bonds, and what is the difference between configuration and conformation that we have seen already in this part. So today we stop here, and in the next part we will discuss the remaining part, that is how to write the name to the organic compound, that is IUPAC nomenclature.